What's up, Pose? Solo review today. Unfortunately, it's the first two Pose in a pod just by myself. It's gonna be a little tough, but we're gonna work through it. Got two movies to review today. Um, yeah. Oh shit! Haylo's here. Where'd you come from?
I'm just a pile of blankets.
Wow, I thought you were blankets when I came in here. Holy crap! Have you seen this cold storage movie I'm gonna review today?
Maybe.
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 Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, Pose. We're here today to review Cold Storage, the new movie from the screenwriter of Jurassic Park and the producers of Zombieland. We got, of course, Joe Keery in here of Stranger Things fame. Everyone loves Joe. And we got Liam Neeson's. Everyone loves Liam Neeson's too. And then kind of a newer actress, Georgina Campbell, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her in much, but like I already saw there's a few movies coming out this year that she's gonna be in.
Oh, she's pretty good.
So I think she's kind of like an up and comer, as they would say.
Wait, did you just call him Liam Neeson's?
Liam's Neeson's, yeah, like from Key and Peele.
Liam's Neeson's.
Like from Key and Peele, Liam's Neeson's. Or
Liam's...
Melly Gibson's.
Mel.
But yeah, so that's the cast in this movie. Just came out a couple days ago. We were unfortunately not able to see an early access, but we wanted to see this and get a review out for you guys. And yeah, what did you think of Cold Storage, Haylo? What did you think of this one?
It was cold. No,
it was
kidding.
Cold. It was cold to the touch.
It was cold. Just very cold. No, it was good. It was funny. It was like, it wasn't a super long movie.
No.
Kind of got straight to the point. And, like, had some good moments, and yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. I feel like I was kind of giving it a little bit of crap.
Really?
At first, because I was just like, yeah, I don't know.
What was the worry kind of going into it, you thought?
I don't know, I just thought it was going to be, like, cheesy. Which, like,
kind of is.
When we get into the spoilers, it kind of is cheesy. It's kind of like one of those, like, B movie. But it's, like...
It's, like, campy, cheesy.
It's campy, but it's, like, it's good. Like,
but it works.
Felt like it kept me, like, entertained. Like, it was more funny to me. Like, which, I mean, obviously, I think it is a comedy. But it was just... Yeah, it had some funny parts.
Mm-hmm.
Had me... like laughing out loud at points during the theater, so
yep.
Yeah.
And people were also saying, the thing I was worried about going into this was people were saying this was like super gory.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of horror movies or very gory things, but this is very much like a zombie kind of gory movie.
It's not like blood and guts.
No.
Kind of. It's more just like zombie.
Well, like it is.
It is
gore, but like you're just seeing like
green
splats on the ground and stuff like that.
Basically, in this trailer that they're playing, I'm sure that they'll kind of show some.
Yeah, it preps you for pretty much everything.
Like that,
you're
like
getting
more just
into.
Like green globby. Blech.
Yeah, it is kind of gross, but like not enough where it's gonna make you like I think
nauseous.
Like want to throw. Yeah, nauseous or like want to walk out of the theater or anything. So yeah, I was glad about that. I thought this movie it kind of. Since it had the producers of Zombieland, it kind of gave me that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
And I guess, I was saying this was almost a mixture of like Zombieland, this game I play called Left 4 Dead, because there's like a type of zombie in there called a boomer that like basically, like they get all bloated up, and then like we saw that with a few of the infected type characters in this movie, and then they shoot like green bile at you basically, and it's a little different because in this the green bile actually gets you infected
very fast.
Yes. In Left 4 Dead I think it just hurts you or something. It doesn't actually just instantly turn you into a zombie, but in this, yeah, if you touch this green bile, you could get like the tiniest little microscopic bit of it on your finger or on your shoe or something, and
Just like eats through.
Yeah, it'll eat through things and it'll infect you. And it's also kind of a hive mind kind of sort of thing too going on with it.
Well, for my biology nature, it's kind of like the cordyceps.
Oh yeah, kind of like
Last of
Last
Us.
of Us, like you kind of brought that up.
Like the cordyceps fungus, where like it makes you like climb because it just takes over.
Yep.
Takes over your body and your brain.
And it's almost kind of like very nature-ish still, even though it's this infection and everything. It's kind of tied into nature a little bit too. But yeah, we it's, you know, I think a lot of people also going into this are probably gonna wonder, like, Liam Neeson's in this, like how much of like an action kind of movie is this?
Yeah.
And like not a lot of action in this. It's, or really any action. It's kind of
Towards the
debatable,
end.
but
Towards the end when they, you know.
But very slight, right?
Yeah,
like
not like
don't expect John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Liam Neeson and Taken.
Yeah, or Liam Neeson and Taken. Like don't expect super choreographed fights or yeah, Liam Neeson like is kind of played more for laughs in this cuz like he's got like back issues and stuff like that. So like don't expect, he's still a badass. Yeah. But like don't expect like, you know, Taken Liam Neeson, kind of like you said. It's more about like he's experienced but like is retired, and like basically he's the only one that has dealt with this thing before, and they thought like we just saw in the trailer right there in the desert scene they just showed, that's actually how the movie opens. Basically they thought they took out this virus already. They
contained it, essentially.
Yeah, because they like end up nuking like that whole area, like do a mini nuke in that whole area. But this thing, like we said, like it spreads easily, fast, and that was not the end of it. So it's basically about how the military, after they blew up that area, like got a sample of it. Stupidly, I don't know why the fuck they did that, and then they basically ended up like putting it
in storage,
in cold storage in like a military facility that also eventually went out of business, or just like, I don't know, I don't even know what you'd call that. It's not, I guess a military base isn't like, or a store or something, but it got decommissioned, I guess would be probably the better word. But stupidly they still kept some of the stuff there. And this place that they kept it in is now used for storage units and everything, which is where we meet Joe Keery and Georgina Campbell's character. They're two people that work there. Joe Keery's worked there for a while.
George
of the
Keery.
Jungle.
It's just alter
George
ego is
Keery.
George. Joe Keery's character essentially is like on probation, basically, and he needs that job, like, or else he'll get thrown back in prison, essentially. And
yeah,
it's kind of like the only place that would hire him.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things we've seen in movies recently where it's like, no one will hire me, like an Ant-Man or something like that, and there's only, you know, this is the only place that basically hired him, so he takes the job very seriously because he kind of needs it.
He doesn't want to get thrown back in prison.
Yeah.
And then Georgina Campbell's character is like a mom, single mom, I guess, if you want to call it.
Yeah, technically
a single mom.
The ex is still involved, but he's
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But
they're not together.
They're not together, but she's just kind of basically trying to just. Wasn't she in school?
I think so.
Yeah,
but this is her first day on the job.
Yeah, this is her first day on the job. They have a dickhead boss.
Yo. Whose name's like Dennis or something, right?
Jeff? No, not Dennis.
I don't know. We'll look it up. We'll have the IMDb. We'll pull it up in a little bit. But he was an asshole, and basically, you know, there's not many characters in this either. So, you know, you have the three main characters: Liam Neeson, Joe Keery, and Georgina Campbell. You have Liam Neeson's like partner, that like he's done these jobs with the
she
woman.
Doesn't have much of a like. She's kind of basically in the beginning and then like kind of towards the end.
Yeah.
She's not really like in it as much as the three of them.
Yeah, those three people like are in it the most. Keery.
Mostly Joe Keery and Georgina Campbell. I feel like they're like the ones like throughout the whole movie, and then like Liam Neeson kind of come. Yeah,
He still got like
he still has a
probably just ever so slightly less than them because like he does open the movie, which they're not in.
True.
And it's a short movie too, but
yeah.
But yeah, like he, if you like Liam Neeson, he's great in this.
Funny.
I liked Joe Keery and her. I thought they had pretty good chemistry and everything.
Joe Keery was my favorite. I'm not biased, y'all.
I feel like at first though, like it did take me like a little bit to like warm up to kind of like their chemistry and everything.
Yeah.
But like maybe that was like
I liked how he
maybe that was intentional.
I was gonna say he approched it. He wasn't like mean to her or anything.
No,
like,
exactly.
Were, like because like sometimes those movies where it's like, no, like you're the new person, like I'm gonna be a jerk. And blah, 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 blah. Like he was like very open and like wanting to get to know her.
Yeah,
like,
but not in a creepy way.
Not in a creepy way.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to get to know him. Like they had like a nice banter.
Yeah.
It was kind of I could see what you're saying though, because it was kind of like. I don't know.
Maybe like I was going to say though, like maybe at first they were going for that vibe because like maybe sometimes it's a little awkward when you first meet people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know how to describe it, but like
they just tried to make it like chill and like funny.
Yeah.
Like a.
But like it very quickly I started liking the chemistry between the two of them and like the banter between the two of them and stuff like that.
She basically was she's kind of like one of those people. She's I think she said her daughter was like 6.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically like she doesn't do much. Like she doesn't have like a crazy life and he did.
Yup.
So she's just kind of like this like let's. I don't know if I should get into like how this like gets all crazy. Basically like she just like wants him to do things because she's like this. I've never done stuff like this before. Like
it's kind of
like a night out for me.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like one of those things where like I feel like it was to me a little bit like, all right, I don't know about this, but then at the same time I was kind of like, well, there's two reasons I'll give you. One, I think eventually I ended up being like, okay, like I kind of see this line of logic where like I feel like there's times like where like when I was thinking about it, it's like when you're at a job and you're just bored and like if you found some like area or whatever where you're like, what the hell is this? Like I didn't know this was here or something like that. Like I feel like that hasn't happened to me often, but I've had stuff like that happen at jobs and then like you do want to check it out.
Yeah. So basically that's kind of like the premise of it is like they hear something.
But I did think like the one downfall to that was I thought like since it was her first day it was a little weird for her to kind of
just like jump
like be like, oh, what is this or like whatever. So like maybe if she had been working there already, like it could have been just ever so slightly adjusted where like if she had already been there for like a week or two or something but he just hadn't worked with her before yet or something, maybe that would have worked better. But to me it's not anything that takes off points. It was just kind of something where I was like, that's a little odd. I don't know. Where I think
it didn't make it like bad. It like didn't like ruin the movie for me.
It's just that I do see things in this where like it could have been punched up maybe a little bit or something like the script or just but overall like if you're just looking for like a fun B-movie zombie kind of movie, which we haven't really gotten in a while, like this fits the bill. And like I think mileage will vary. Like people walked out of this, you said, and like someone was like this is my favorite movie of the year, like Joe Keery was like the best like everything.
I even like walked out like because it was terrible. I was like, no one walked out.
No.
There was someone that said it was their favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, which we're not far in yet, but so that's high praise at least.
Yeah.
So like I think mileage is gonna vary. I think me and you like weirdly liked this, but like and like we're laughing at it and like the performances
like laughing
and stuff like
after
that.
The fact, like even after the scene passed, I was still laughing
at
something that happened in the past. So it had its moments that were funny and.
But weirdly, like I don't think like for either of us like it would be like a movie we'd be like, oh, I want to buy this or like I want to like rewatch this or something. Like, I think, like,
if
I
it
don't
ever
know.
like came on, or if I was like at a party or in someone's movie night and
Yeah.
they started playing it, I wouldn't be like, oh, like I'm not going, like, because of this. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again, but like I wouldn't be mad if it like just came on somewhere.
Exactly. Like, we don't usually give ratings here because, like, ratings are kind of subjective. Like, we could feel the same way about something, and I could give it like a 7, you give it like a 6 or something. But like, to me, if something's over like a 7, I would rewatch it.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I don't know, not to like kind of give a score without giving one or whatever, but like, to me, this like almost comes so close to maybe being at that point where I would rewatch it. But like,
I feel like I would rewatch it with like someone who's never seen it before.
Yes.
Because I would just like want to like see their reactions to the part that like the parts at least I thought were funny.
But even then, like, do you think like you probably wouldn't, it's not one of those movies like Me with One Battle After Another where I've seen it like 5 times or something. Like, it wouldn't be like,
no, I don't think I would see the movie like 5 times.
Yeah. Like, you would be fine with seeing it one more time or something like that. If you were seeing it with someone who hadn't seen it and they're playing at their house or something. But yeah, so, you know, that's kind of what you're getting into with this. Not to, you know, make anyone think we didn't like it or anything like that. It's a fun movie and everything. I just think there was bits in this they could have punched up a little bit. Also, since it just popped up on the screen with that deer, like, the CGI I think was like a little crappy in this too.
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible. Well, I don't know. For that deer, it was pretty terrible at points actually, but everything else was not terrible.
Yeah.
Like, everything else was fine, but like that deer, there was one point I was like, oof, holy shit. But like, I don't know if that was supposed to be kind of the effect, or like they just kind of decided that's what they wanted to do because like it's a comedy, you know what I mean? So maybe they were just like, you know what, like, it's a little camp, you know, like we were saying, it's campy, it's kind of B movie, and those are kind of known for having like shoddy effects sometimes and stuff like that, but people kind of love that sometimes. So I don't know if that was the vibe they were kind of going for with this, but I imagine this did not have a huge budget.
Oh no, I mean, it was all shot in one. Maybe
yeah,
like
it's kind of a bottle film a little bit too, kind of like we talked about with Iron Lung.
Yeah,
where it's like most of this takes place
in that storage unit.
in one thing, and they do things to kind of like, I was just gonna look up the budget. They do things to kind of like spice it up a little bit, where you're seeing like, you know, Liam Neeson on the plane and Liam Neeson
then, like,
talking
like,
to
military base.
Yeah, the woman. Yup.
Abigail.
Yup.
But then her name is not Abigail.
Yes, that doesn't get revealed till the end what her real name is, which I already forget.
Ashani.
Oh, okay. Yup. Yeah, I totally forgot that. But yeah, like so her character is also kind of one of the characters in it, but it's really just, at the end of the day, like the boss, the 3 main characters, Liam Neeson's partner, and then the girl that Liam Neeson's talking to at the military or whatever. So of course I'm looking up cold storage budget, and it just like gave me some answer that was not related at all to the movie. $3 million supposedly this was made for.
Wow.
So that's very, very low budget.
But it looks.
So I wouldn't.
I know. There's another classic CGI, like that scene where it was like the cockroach.
Oh yeah.
Crawling throughout the whole building, like I was like, okay, we'll wear but.
Yep. But like, I think they mainly put that stuff into the zombie effects and everything, right? And those were pretty good. Like the zombie effects and everything. I think they did knowing especially now that it's 3 million, that definitely gives me more respect for this.
No, it's
and
a lower budget, but still like it.
Especially because you wonder how much of that went towards the actors too.
True.
Like, I'm sure Liam Neeson got a good chunk of that.
And Joe Keery.
Yeah.
Joe Keery is Joe Keery. The Joe.
Yes. But
when he's back in Chicago.
I feel dumb because I just realized that Joe kind of sounds like Joe. Yeah. I feel stupid now. Wow.
The Joe.
But yeah, it's good to see him in other roles too besides Steve, even though we love him as Steve.
Even though you're kind of just like one of those those things where it's like you see him and you're like, Steve! But
Yeah.
you're like, it's not Steve, but...
You said you didn't really like his hair in this.
No. I miss the Steve hair.
I want the Steve
I
hair,
want the
Joe.
Steve flip.
Why'd you do it blonde?
But, yeah. I was gonna
you're a
say,
good-looking dude, but it just doesn't work as well as the Steve haircut.
But, yeah.
That was kind of his whole thing, too, like Steve the Hair Harrington. And like,
Steve Harrington.
I don't know, maybe they just did that because, like, they didn't want him to just look exactly like Steve. That's
True,
probably why they did
true.
it. But,
Right.
but yeah, so fun movie.
There's not really much to spoil.
No, yeah, or not really much else to say without getting into spoiler kind of stuff, which
Oh.
even there's not much to spoil, but like there are deaths and stuff
There
like
are,
that that we
yeah.
can't really talk about unless we do that. But is there anything else before we get to the spoilers that you'd want to address with this? No?
I think we've covered all the bases.
All right, guys. Like we said, this is going to be a shorter one because this is a 90-minute movie, so we don't want to keep you here for like an hour like we have with some of the movies we reviewed. But those ones are usually longer because most movies are 2.5 hours now. But spoiled it. You've been warned. If you don't want to be spoiled, get up, turn the video off.
No, I'm kidding.
Or if you don't care about spoilers, stay. Or if you've already seen it, stay. Or yeah, you've been warned. But yeah. So like you said, not many things to kind of spoil, but like there is some like characters in here that get infected or die and stuff like that. So mainly who actually we didn't really bring up either, the boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah. Or sorry, the ex-husband or ex-boyfriend or whatever.
What is her name? Naomi.
Yo.
That's her name that's her character's name.
Georgina Campbell's character.
Oh yeah, what was Joe?
I forget.
Like
they called
tea-
him
tea
Tea
cakes.
Cake. Yeah, that was his I forget
when he
what.
first said that, he was like, "My name's Tea Cake," and like I was sitting there in the theater and I was like, "That is not his name."
Yeah.
I was like, "That is no way that someone named their kid Tea Cake."
Is it
And then
Trevor or is
Travis.
this Travis? Okay. I knew it started with a T.
Yeah. But Naomi, who's Georgina Campbell's character, has that guy, her ex-husband that she has the kid with, like, just shows up, and he's, like, profusely sweating. Like,
He's weird.
Already, like, when he, like, pulls up in the scene, he's just, like, profusely sweating. You're just kind of like, what the what's wrong with this guy?
Right off the bat with this character, you're just like,
You're like,
I can't wait to see this dude
okay.
die.
So basically, he kills her neighbor's cat. I don't know who. Like, he basically kills
Their
a cat.
cat, her cat,
I don't know
some
whose
cat
cat
they
it was.
know.
A cat.
Yeah.
And he shot it, and it was in the trunk. So he was basically like showing up to her work to be like, I shot the cat. Like, blah blah blah. And then, like I had said with that scene with the cockroach, the CGI. The cockroach basically had a little bit of this, what do you call it? Infection? Fungus
the
on
fungus on it.
So
Yeah.
the cockroach crawls all the way
Through the vents.
Through the
In a
vents.
very CGI scene of.
and then gets into the trunk of the car where he has the dead cat.
That was a little ridiculous, I
was like,
thought.
the cat's dead. How did
Yeah.
it? Whatever. But yeah, so it basically like infects the dead cat, and then.
Well, I guess
does
it's
the
just.
cat infect him or is it the deer?
I don't know. That is a good point you brought up, though, of like, it was already dead. Like, so how did it get infected? Because I was wondering that kind of too. Because then you would think, like, if other people died, like, and they're dead, like, say they had the infection and you kill them, well, they're dead. Why doesn't the infection bring them back to life like it did the cat?
Yeah.
You know?
But, so yeah, I don't, but then basically, like, the cat.
They just needed a reason to get it outside.
Yes.
Yeah, the
essentially,
infection
but the
outside.
cat ends up pulling a cordyceps thing and like climbs up to the top of it and kills itself. And then I think when it does kill itself and it explodes, like some of the fungus basically like gets onto him. So he like becomes infected and he goes in there after Georgina Campbell's character and basically like wants
to throw up in her mouth.
Yeah, there's a scene where he just like walks up to her and they like, I don't know why they're so like nonchalant about it too, because he looked like shit. He was like fucking like pale and like
every scene you see him, he just starts to look more and more
like a zombie.
like
But
a
like
zombie
when
and,
he
like,
first
shit.
like walked up to them, like he was just like sweating and looked green and pale and gross and whatever, and they were like, "Oh, like you good, man?" And then he was just like, "Open your mouth. I want to throw up in it." That line sent me for way too long. I was like sitting in the theater laughing at that for like
No, that actor did a good
10
job
minutes.
where like he was like pathetic but funny, and you also want to see him die, and like he was hitting a lot of things.
But basically, he just progressively kept getting like more and more gross and infected.
Yeah.
Like, you know how he said with Left 4 Dead,
Yo.
like there's a like he like bloated up basically.
Yeah, there's a point where you see him that he literally looks like a boomer,
and, just, like,
and he's like fat and like his cheeks and his body and everything, and then he basically ends up just that scene right there actually with that woman that you just saw.
He
ends up just locking them in a storage unit and then opening it up and then just going just throwing up on
their
all
boss
of them.
Ends up showing up back to the storage unit with like his friends because they were, you know, scumbags. He's a scumbag boss.
Yep.
And him and his friends basically show up to the storage
stolen
unit to steal a bunch of like
already stolen TVs, I think.
And
well, they weren't stealing, but like I think they were already stolen TVs that he was keeping there.
Yeah.
And they basically were like unloading them and taking them.
But basically, like his whole crew ends up getting, you know, running into this ex-husband who's a zombie, and then the whole crew, minus their boss, ends up getting infected by him because he throws up all over him.
Yep.
So yeah.
And this entire time, Liam Neeson is trying to make his way there.
He basically finds out that the fungus has like, you know, it's not in containment anymore.
Yeah. Well, so he had like a theory like already like 15, 17 years prior in like 2009 or something. He was saying where he was like, because of climate change and everything, like, or just like the change in climate, like I think this thing where it's contained, I'm worried about. Like like we said, a movie opens and he's seen how this thing works.
Yeah.
So he basically is like, if this thing gets under these certain conditions, it is going to be a problem. And everyone ignored him.
But basically he tries to get to the government and like let them know that it's like not in containment anymore.
Yeah.
And the government just basically is like, no, like we figured it out years ago. Like it's fine. So then that's why when Leon and I were talking about the other military girl, he basically ends up like talking to this one girl and being like, tell me where it is. Like,
yeah, because he kind of had a connect in there, but he's dead now, like when he was trying to help out this time. So basically she ends up being like the one good military person that kind of,
she basically
off
kind of
the
like
books,
is hesitant at first.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't, like I'm gonna lose my job, blah blah blah. And he was just like, well, what did you sign up for? Like you joined the military to help people. So basically she's kind of like,
and also kind of like, if you don't help me, the world's gonna fucking end, basically. Like this thing's contagious, so like, hey, you do you. Like, so
essentially she helps him. He basically like shows up there with that suitcase bomb,
suitcase nuke bomb.
It's like nuke bomb, and basically tells Joe Keery and Georgina Campbell's character, like, you need to plant this bomb in where the
base level,
level
where they had the military stuff, basically.
So,
which is still there, but just hidden behind like a wall basically that they had to like knock down, and then there's basically like a tube staircase to kind of get, that's very very far down, like I don't know, like I imagine hundreds of feet down, because like they said it took like a couple minutes or 5 minutes or 7 minutes or something for them to even climb up and down it or whatever. So and they were, you know, when they first opened it, they're shouting down there and it's going to echo and everything too. So I imagine it was very far down, but they basically put it down there, and then end up, you know, of course, saving the day and blowing this thing up and everything. Or did they? Because
At the end.
At the end, you
see a deer grazing.
Wasn't it the scene with the boyfriend and the cat when that cat blew up?
Yes.
Because it climbed up on top of a
deer.
thing.
That's why you keep seeing this deer in this scene, because it just hit a bunch of deer.
And I was wondering that because I was like, you saw multiple deer in that part, and like it only focused on the one
deer.
But I was like, I feel like
it hit.
Yeah, like with how minuscule it is, I was like, I feel like a little bit of that is possible. It got on another deer, and they bring that back at the end, mainly kind of as like
grazing in the field, and then
the
camera, and then it's like.
Mainly kind of as a gag to just end the movie, like
it's not over. Like you thought it was over, but it's not over.
But also just one of those things where, you know, like the end, and then like this thing kind of comes down. It was kind of like the throw up covered the screen and kind of started the fall down or whatever, so it cut to black basically. So it was kind of one of those things where it could set up a sequel, especially, you know, even if this gets 5th place or 7th place at the box office or something. If they made this for $3 million,
I would hope.
If this only makes 6, it's already made back its budget, you know. So
and I was gonna say there's really not that many spoilers other than the last, is that Joe Keery's character and Georgina Campbell's character end up together.
Yo,
it's kind of like, not that you knew it was gonna happen, but like they kind of
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like I said to you, I kind of.
They didn't make it like super like cheesy though.
No.
Like, they weren't like, oh gosh, you're so beautiful, and like, how could he leave? Like, you know, like it was just kind of like they were just like chill. Like they just had a good vibe together, and then like, yeah.
And also like they didn't like do what most movies do, where they're like you have to kiss or like whatever. So it was kind of like
it just showed like him and her at a park with her daughter, playing together and. Like,
so yeah, we don't even know that they're together. I'm assuming they are because he like kind of went like that to her face or whatever.
Say he, like,
but
tucked,
like
her
yeah,
hair, like I think he said like you're beautiful or something like that, or something like some.
But who knows? That could have been like a first date. Like maybe they're not dating yet or something. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
But like I appreciated that it wasn't super.
Oh no, that's what he said. He was like saying like no one cared to ask me what my name was until I met you.
Oh yeah. With his real name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it was, you know, predictable but nice and everything. And I think, you know, don't expect anything revolutionary with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just expect like a fun comedy that, you know, fun zombie comedy, R-rated comedy that, you know, I think most people will like. But like I said, mileage may vary. Maybe you will love it. Maybe if you like B movies. Or
like that guy, it might be the best movie of the year.
Yeah,
for you.
Or zombie movies. Maybe you'll really love this. I like zombie movies, but yeah, and I liked it, but I just thought there was certain things that maybe could have been punched up a little more. I thought pacing wise, it was good and everything though.
For a 90-minute movie, it was pretty good. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, you know, check it out. Whether you go to see it at theaters or at home, maybe wait till, you know, a discount day. Because like we said, you might like it less than us or same as us or a little bit more, but might be one of those ones you either, you know, want to wait till a discount day or
it comes to streaming,
or if it comes to VOD or streaming or something like that. But because, you know, it's sometimes that ends up being the thing too of like how much you like a movie is like you had to drive all like 30 minutes to somewhere, and then you're kind of like, well, I just wasted my time seeing this, like blah, blah, blah. So I think if people are watching this at home, or if they, you know, have a theater very close to them and they go on a discount day or something, then they'll probably end up enjoying this. But I would also say probably go see it like with people too, right?
Yeah, because you can like
go see it with your friends, you know, get drunk, get high, whatever. Like you'll have a fun time with it. But it's, you know, like we said, nothing revolutionary, fun time. We recommend it, but you know, just know mileage may vary, as I said 1,000 times before.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for this one, right, Haylo?
Yeah.
But thank you, Pose. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you want to like or subscribe to retro-TAINMENT or Grilled TV, You can find us on YouTube at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV Studios, Facebook at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, Instagram at Two Pose in a Pod and Borges NL, my personal page, or Grill TV Official, X formerly Twitter at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, TikTok at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV. And you can also listen to Two Pose in a Pod on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, Pocket Casts, and Overcasts. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.
Don't let anybody throw up in your mouth.
Yeah, that's gross. Peace, guys.
Bye.